No one likes to be told what to do. Have you ever thought about how much of your actions are being influenced by what was done or said to you in the past? If what you believe about yourself is heavily swayed by your experiences, you are controlled by your thoughts. After all, if you are repeatedly told you are bad or not good enough or not worth the time, then it must be probably true. All the past has done is convinced you to be something that you are not, and this brainwashing can hinder your ability to go after your happiness. Good day to you. My name is Kimble Rogers. Welcome to Testimonial Tuesday. Okay, so today we are speaking about how we can manage the negative thoughts that compete for control in your life. And our scriptural quote today comes from the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 22 to 32. It reads, "You were taught with regard to your former way of life to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, to be made new in the attitude of your mind, and to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. Therefore, each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbor, for we are all members of one body." Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. Be kind and compassionate to one another. Get rid of all bitterness, rage, and anger, slander, along with every form of malice. That's the scripture. Okay, first up, I need you to understand that what you have experienced is not who you are. Disconnecting the influence of your past is essential to how you perceive yourself today. To make a change and separate the past and the present, you will need to train your brain. It's an exercise that you have to deliberately engage in this exercise. Training your brain is simply the mindfulness of your thoughts and taking action to counter, correct, and recreate and reframe an idea. So, I'm going to share with you a few tips on how to retrain your brain. Practice separation. Thoughts like, "I am just not good enough," are not helpful to your happiness. Negative views of who you are and what you deserve serve no purpose and won't get you from where you are to where you want to go. Understand, they are only thoughts and not who you are. This helps you separate feelings from thoughts. After all, who said that you couldn't change your mind? 2. Your thoughts aren't your feelings. This is one of the central myths behind unhappiness. We are taught to believe that how we think is how we feel. Thus, it is who we are, as in, I think, therefore I am. But how you think is directly connected to creating feelings. But it is not how you feel, because this is key. You may be considering a thought, but it is not your emotions. Continuing on the thought, "I am just not good enough," ask yourself, where in that statement is a feeling? Many people have an idea and then they attach a feeling to it. The statement is typically attached to a feeling of unworthiness. This, "I am just not good enough." The question to ask yourself is the thought really how you feel, or are you attaching a thought and a feeling together? 3. Prove your thoughts wrong. When you attach a feeling to your thought, this is the time that you need to prove the thought wrong. The statement, "I am just not good enough," should be dissected to find what action that you can take. Was it someone that said it, or is this what you believe? How can you verify this thought? What evidence do you have that this thought is correct? Ask as many questions to help you separate the thought from your emotions. Remember, a belief is a thought that you continually think, and it can be changed. Challenge yourself to provide evidence that the statement is incorrect. Every time that you successfully prove your negative perceptions wrong, you will begin to train your brain to see yourself in a totally different light. And with a different point of reference, over time, your mind will start to show who you are in a more accurate light. Remember, happiness takes practice. Number 4, write it to fight it. Another way to train your brain is through the visual exercise I call write to fight. When you have a negative thought, write it down. There is power in seeing all your thoughts, good and bad, on paper. We don't necessarily want you to have a pity party. We want you to have a power party. Remove the power from the negative thought by writing it down, and then rephrase it in a positive statement. For example, I am not good enough. Rewrite it as, I am good enough. Practice restating on paper, and it will help you rephrase in your head. Write positive statements as many times as you need, and read them as often as you need to. Keep building your mental muscle. It has taken you decades to create the thoughts that you have, and it will take you decades to improve them. Just like with anything in your life, it will take time, repetition, and practice, because we are all a work in progress. That is our purpose. We must work every day to be better. Until next time, the more you practice happiness, the better you become, and the more joyous your days. If you practice living life, you enjoy and understand it a little bit better. To make your happiness a priority, the call to action is simple. It's your life. Make it a good one.